Hi everybody, this is Sean from Stampin' Scrapbook Expo, and I am here to share with you this super cute Crafty Friends mini album by Becky Adams from Keep It Simple Paper Crafts. You can see some of the pages that are already done. You'll notice that I didn't put down my pictures yet. You'll want to make sure that you put down your pictures before you put down your stickers, otherwise it's going to be impossible to get your pictures down. For the white cardstock mats, you're going to grab some white cardstock from your stash. And I have the directions on the measurements in the instructions. And I'll also go over it with you, of course, as well. But just so you can see like a little walkthrough of some of the pages and how cute they turned out. Behind every crafter is a big freaking mess. Isn't that not the truth? Also, I'm gonna be showing you a fun little tip on how to make the cover and the back cover much more sturdy. You'll notice the two pieces glued together here from some common items that you're gonna find in your kitchen, actually, believe it or not. So we'll go over that in just a few minutes. What you received in your kit, you received, tried to keep it all organized, an 18-inch piece of pink pom-pom ribbon. You received various die cut hearts, small ones. There's going to be different colors and just different colors and patterns in yours, but the one that will be in everybody's is this green with the white polka dots, because you're going to use that on the cover. I didn't use the other ones in my album, but feel free to use them. They're there, might as well. You've got a mini album ring. You've got the word friends cut out of red cardstock. Don't forget that little I dot. You're gonna want to put that somewhere where you're not gonna lose it. You've got the word crafty cut out of white cardstock. And then you've got 14 already pre-cut hearts with the holes on them. You're gonna have 7 designs and 2 of each design, so there's 14 pieces altogether. You've also got your Crafty Girls 2020 collection sticker sheet, which we're going to be using, and we're going to be fussy cutting some of it. There's going to be a lot of extra pieces left over when you're done, so you can use that on anything you want. You can use it in your album to kind of customize it a little bit more, or you can even use it on another project. There was also an additional add-on kit that some of you purchased to further enhance some of your pages. And this is what you would have received: the adhesive buttons, which I absolutely love. These are great for card making. The enamel shapes, which are super cute with these little teeny tiny hearts. You've got puffy stickers, which have the embossing, kind of like your stickers that you used in the 80s and your Tropper Keepers. If you grew up in the 80s, you know what I mean. And then you've got your 12 by 12 chipboard pieces. There's some that you can use for journaling. So that's if you got your add-on kit. And if you purchased the add-on kit, go ahead and follow along with us when it comes to the basics of putting the pages together, adhering the pages together. Most of your cover will be the same, with exception of the I. We won't use that little dot there. We'll use an enamel dot instead. And then once we get to decorating the pages, you may want to wait until afterwards, because I'll walk you through how to do that if you have the add-on kit, because it'll be slightly different, okay? So for your supplies, make sure you check the instructions, but you're going to need some liquid adhesive. I love to use art glitter glue when it comes to mini albums. For me, it dries nice and strong. I've got this gorgeous pin that my friend Dana Fink in Northern California made for me. She's an absolute genius. Isn't that beautiful? Then I've got 𝐒𝐭𝐧𝐧𝐞 powder. So it's a powder that's going to make your stickers so they're not sticky anymore. You can use baby powder. You don't even have to use it at all if you don't want to, but I just like to do it because I don't like the stickiness on the back of the stickers. You're going to need some fussy cutting scissors. I love my Fiskars. You're going to need a larger foam mounting square and a smaller. And then I like to have a pair of micro tweezers. These are by Elizabeth Craft, just because my hands are so big. Crafting is so small. If you got the optional add-on kit, you're going to want a standard size hole punch And you're gonna want some white twine. And there may be a couple things that I'm forgetting. Oh, a hot glue gun for the add-on kit as well, for the adhesive buttons. So when it comes to your album cover, again, we're gonna go over how to make it sturdy real quick, or what you need. So you can go ahead and grab that and get started. So I actually, believe it or not, used Cheez-It box. Any cracker box, any cereal box, any frozen food box, as long as it's clean. These are fantastic. They're nice and sturdy. And when you put it in between, you're gonna have a piece of paper on the one side and a piece of paper on the other side. It's gonna give it some extra sturdiness. If you don't have these, you can use chipboard. I normally use chipboard, except when it comes to either mini albums or junk journals. I like to use these kind of boxes just because they're a bit more flexible, but still strong and sturdy. And if you don't have chipboard, it is a great tip. You can just find some chipboard in your kitchen. You're not gonna see any of the decorations, so don't worry about that, or the design on the box, so don't worry about that. And basically you're gonna take your food box, you're gonna take one of your heart shapes, and you're gonna trace the heart shape with a pen or pencil, and then just cut it out. And that is how you get your covers much more sturdy. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and get all those pieces together, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with the teal marbled piece of paper and the little green, it's a white polka dot heart. We're going to put some adhesive on the back of the heart, the small heart. And we're gonna place it right on the front corner, left-hand corner by the hole at an angle. Just at a slight angle, go ahead and press that down. And then we're gonna grab the word crafty. I'm gonna start with a C. Put that, overlap it right on top. Not too far. Let's pull it up a little bit. And the great part is if you're using a dries clear adhesive, if you need to move things around a little bit before it is permanent, it's gonna dry, so you're not gonna see it. Go ahead with the R. And keep a little bit of space and try and be lined up. But again, with a liquid adhesive, most of the time you can reposition as you go. Do the A. And the F. Make sure you are putting the adhesive on the right side of your letter so that when you put it up here, you've got it facing the correct way. The T. And again, leave a little bit of space. Try and line things up a little bit. And then your Y. And there you go. You've got your crafty. And then we're going to grab the word friends. And actually, let's do the ribbon first before we put the word friends on there. Just because I want to make sure we have it in the right spot. So you're going to grab your pom-pom ribbon. And you're gonna put a lot of adhesive on that seam binding. Now this ribbon is very adorable, not the easiest to work with. And you will find out what I mean as you go. So you're gonna start in the corner here and just kind of work your way around. Press and hold some of it so that it stays down. And you're gonna need to keep going with the adhesive. Even though you've put adhesive there, this ribbon kind of sucks it up. And we're gonna do it in sections. So keep going. Hold that down. Give it a second to kind of adhere. And if you're using a dry as clear adhesive, it's okay if you get a little adhesive on the pom-poms. Try not to, but it happens. Make sure you're holding it down as you go. Give it a second to adhere. And then when you get to this corner, you're gonna kind of give it a little slack and swoop it around a little bit. And you may need to use quite a bit more adhesive. Now you can cut it if you want and restart the ribbon. I just didn't want to. I tried it on one of the samples that I made and I just didn't like the way it looked. Hold that down. Again, more adhesive. And I'm sorry we picked the tricky ribbon to work with. Right about now you're probably angry because it's not the easiest ribbon to work with, but it does turn out super cute, so. Keep adding more adhesive as you go. And as you get to the top, let's just hold it down for a minute first. But as you get to the top, when you get to a point where you're gonna finish, the ribbon's a little too long. So I'm going to cut it now, but we wanted to give you a little extra just in case. It's better to have a little extra than to be a little short. So it looks like right about here is where I need to cut it. Measure twice, cut once. You don't want to make it too short. Hold that down. And see how cute is that? I just love it. The ribbon is adorable. So you're gonna flip it over and kind of get this binding to lay flat. You may need to go back in with some more glue. I had to a couple times during my samples. I think this sample is holding. Maybe after doing it 12 times, I got it right. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna flip that back over. Now we can grab the word friends because we want to have it low enough to where it's not on top of the Y. And we want to leave enough space here for our flowers. So grab your adhesive. Another plus about that art glitter glue, as most of you know, because it's a very popular brand for most of us, is that fine tip applicator is fantastic for things like this. I like to get the glue everywhere so that it does not come up. And these little tiny swoops on the cursive handwriting would be trickier with anything else. All right, get my Elizabeth Craft tweezers. Go ahead and place that down so that it's not over the Y. Very gently press everything down. There we go, and that will dry clear. Now make sure you have your little dot. Now the paper that we cut the dot with, or with the word friends with, is red on both sides. So just make sure you use the right side. You can use either side if you want. With the extra white, it kind of is cute, but it was meant to go like that. If you have the optional add-on kit, this is where you're going to substitute in enamel heart. You're going to use one of these little pink enamel hearts instead of the dot for your eye. If you don't have the add-on kit and you still want to do that, I guarantee you, you have a stash full of enamel dots somewhere that you can use. We all do. Go ahead and place that. And there you go, it's come together. Now next we're gonna add the flowers to the bottom. So from your sticker sheet, you're going to use this blue flower here, which I already have foam dotted up. And you're gonna use this very large flower down here. We're gonna fussy cut it. So pull a little bit of it off. And I'm gonna cut it just a little bit further than what I need it, so I know I have it right. And then I'm going to fussy cut around the leaves to get it off. So I just have the petal. And it's okay if you don't get it all off because it's gonna be overlapped with the other one. So you can see it overlaps on top of it, okay? Now you're gonna use your powder tool or your baby powder or nothing at all if you don't want to, and get rid of some of that stickiness. And I just do this so that it's not sticky because it's foam squared up. So with the extra dimension, you know, like hair might get on that. I have cats in my house, so there's cat hair on everything. And then we're gonna take our adhesive foam squares. To give this flower some dimension, I'm actually gonna cut this one in half. And put them on the petals, on the leaves, so that they don't bend in by accident. do one more small one. Go ahead and take the paper off. And you're gonna go ahead and place it. You don't want it hanging off the album, and you wanna go low enough. There we go. Press that down, and then you've got some dimension there on the front of the album. We've got the blue flower that already has the pop dots on it. And I'm gonna put a little bit of glue because it's gonna overlap on top of the pink flower. So I want it to stick. Now, if you didn't use the powder on it, you don't need the glue because it's still sticky. And at an angle, not on the pom-pom. There we go. There we go. And you can make it to where it covers the rest of that cutoff if you want. On my first one, I managed to get it right on that one, but this one, it's showing, but that's okay. And there we go. The front of the cover is done. So now we're gonna take our 𝐒𝐿 box that I showed you earlier, and we're gonna put some adhesive on it. Now you're gonna take the other piece of paper, of marbled paper, and actually, I'm gonna do it like this. Put the 𝐒𝐿 box right on top of the marbled paper. Push that down, make sure you watch your points, make sure nothing is popping through. Go. Then you're gonna wanna grab your standard hole punch and punch a hole through that 𝐒𝐿 box so that it matches. Now we're going to adhere this cover to the album cover. Make sure you line it up, that hole punch, turn it over, make sure everything is lined up so you don't see any 𝐒𝐿 box. And there we go. Now you've got a nice sturdy cover. We're gonna set that aside to dry, and we're gonna grab, actually the directions say to start with the next heart piece of paper, but I'm gonna go to the very last piece of paper, the brown one with the diamonds, because we're gonna do the 𝐒𝐿 box on this too. So I wanna get that done first before I forget. So go ahead and put your adhesive on the front of the brown. I've already cut a hole, punched a hole in my 𝐒𝐿 box. I'm gonna line it up. Again, checking to make sure your points line up. There we go. Now, on the 𝐒𝐿 box, we're gonna put, keep saying 𝐒𝐿s, now I want some 𝐒𝐿s. Unfortunately, I'm out because I needed the box. Go. And then you're gonna put the brown with the diamonds right on top. Make sure you line everything up. And now you've got a nice sturdy back cover as well. Isn't that a great idea? And you can even add some more ribbon here if you feel like it. That would look really cute. So next we're gonna move on to the heart-shaped paper, or the heart pattern paper. They're all heart-shaped. And you're gonna put on the front of one of them adhesive. And you're going to line it up with the hole. Make sure you check that point on every single one of them. Press it down. Now we've got the teal striped paper. On one of them, you're gonna put adhesive on the front. Now this paper is pretty strong on its own, and it's an 80-pound felt weave. I actually did one of the samples without doing this, without double layering them, and it turned out great. I actually loved it, and it made a lot of pages. I just had 2 of every page, so I had, spread them out so they weren't all together. But with this way, you're doing it, you're making the paper sturdy, and then you still got the different print on the back. But you can do it either way. Totally up to you, because it's an 80-pound felt weave cardstock, so it's very, very sturdy. Then you've got your yellow grid pattern paper, which is one of my favorite designs out of this. When it comes to a grid pattern paper, you can use it for everything. It can replace a basic, just a sheet of yellow paper, and make it more interesting. Watch that hole, watch that point. And this paper is all from the Keep It Simple Crafty Girls flip side. There we go. And I love, love, love this paper. It's just so bright and cheerful. This is the green with the white polka dots. Make sure you line up that hole. Make sure you line up that point. And there we go. Then you've got your red hearts pattern paper. I like to use a lot of adhesive, obviously. I think it just makes it stronger. I'd rather have it stay together longer. Line up your hole, line up your point. Press to adhere. And that's it. You've got all your paper now. We've got our cover. And it has dried nicely. I have a little bit of 𝐒𝐿𝐧𝐽𝐻 box there, but it already dried. So then I've got this one next, then this one. And it doesn't have to be exact, but I made it and I want it exact. Okay. So now we're going to take your sticker sheet and we're going to pull out that 𝐒𝐿𝐴 crafted sticker. This one we're going to leave sticky. We're not going to mess with the back of it at all and foam square it up. We're just going to leave it as is. Got that guy. This is your cover. You're going to turn it over and you're going to center that sticker and press it down. go. And now we're gonna move on to the second page. You've got your 3x3 cardstock squares. That's not the 3x3. So you're gonna do 8 3x3 squares and 1 3x2.5 square. This one is gonna go on the very last page, so don't worry about it for right now. Your photos are going to be need to be a little bit smaller than those if you want that little bit of matting. If you don't want them, you don't need to use them. So just make sure your photos are 3x3 and then one photo is 3x2.5. And you can easily do that with those Ivy printers. There's a couple of apps out there actually on your phone that makes it to where you can resize too. So I'm gonna leave these here. We're gonna start with this white pattern paper. Take our 3x3 square. Watch your corners so that you're not hanging off. Pull it up enough that where you're not hanging off the top too much either. You don't want to be able to see it through the other side. Go, and I've got my little glue eraser. My well-used, well-loved glue eraser. I've had this for 10 years, at least. Okay, so this guy is gonna have the flower, the pink flower from the sticker sheet. I've already got it ready to go. Already used the powder on the back of it to kind of deactivate the stickiness. And we're gonna put it in the left-hand corner on the bottom at an angle. I like to have a little bit of the photo square showing through. So when you have a photo there, the little photo will show through a little bit. And then you've got some dimension again. Now for this heart, this came off the sticker sheet, but it was fussy cut off this Crop Crew sticker. So there is a heart here. We're gonna use that as well on a different page. So I just fussy cut it from there. And then you've got this little Crop Crew sticker still left over if you want to use that on something else. You can easily fussy cut around that and make it to where it's more usable. You're gonna fussy cut a very, very small white border. A little bigger than what I'm doing, but round out my corners so that it looks nicer. Then we are going to use our powder to get rid of some of that sticky. And then we've got our foam adhesive squares. And we're putting that up in the right-hand corner, kind of at an angle. And there you've got your first page. So if you flip it over, we're gonna use this larger flower and a 3x3 square. So go ahead and get your 3x3 square going. Again, the photo mats are optional. You can do it if you'd like. It's just white paper from your stash. Watch those corners. I do it because I don't put photos in my albums. I may have mentioned that earlier. I make lots of albums, even some more like really elaborate flips and folds with graphic 45 paper. And I've never put a photo in it. I work too hard to put a photo in it, and I love the way it looks. So I don't. They're for me anyway. So with this one, we're gonna use that floral bouquet sticker from the sticker sheet. And I'm so sorry if there's any background noise. I live in the middle of Los Angeles and it's just loud always. And we're gonna have the leaves on the left-hand side and the orange flower on the right. We're gonna put it at an angle on the left and kind of angle, so closer to the edge on the left, and then angle it up so that it's not hanging off the heart. And there you go. So that page is done for now. Now you've got your, I love this page, the little DIY Forever page. This one, only the scissors are adhered with the foam squares. The rest of them are put directly on the paper, so you don't need to use the powder on that one. And I also didn't use a photo mat on this one. It's just a sticker page. Go. So I've got my DIY Forever sticker. Then you've got your pencils. I chose to use these two. This is a little too close in color for me to the heart, so it doesn't pop as well. And I put them on the left side at an angle. And kind of stagger them a little bit. Then I got my scissors. I've already pop dotted those up or foam squared them up. And again, I use a lot of foam squares. I would rather you overuse the foam squares than have it cave in the middle of the sticker or ephemera, because then it leaves these nasty creases and it makes it look terrible, I think. So better safe than sorry. On the right-hand side, at an angle. How cute is that? I love that page. And then with your next page, I did the white square. The paper hoarders are my type of people banner. We're all paper hoarders, so we're all our types of people. Right down at the bottom of the sticker sheet. And then I used the little pink button at the top of the sticker sheet. So I'm gonna flip that over. 3x3 square, if you would like. Watch your corners. There we go. Paper hoarders are my type of people. And you're gonna put it on the bottom, off of the edge a little bit. So go over to the right just a little bit. Then you've got your cute little button. That's gonna go up the top corner. And now we're done with that page. Very, very cute. I love that little DIY one. Grab your yellow grid paper, your 3x3 square, and then I use the yellow button with the polka dots. There's pink polka dots on it, and the little banner that says "Get Your Crafty On." So we'll start with the square. And then we're gonna center it. Watch your edges. Again, your yellow button with the little pink polka dots is what you're gonna use for this one. And that's just if you're making it look exactly like mine. You can use whatever you want. To get your Crafty On little banner. Bottom right hand side, kind of off the edge. And there you go. These little albums are very therapeutic for me. This one tends to be a little bit easier one. If you are really into album making, some of the ones with the flips and folds and really technical can be a little time consuming and sometimes stressful. These ones tend to be a little just easy and therapeutic. That square, watch your edges, watch your glue. And then on this one, I use the regular yellow button and the All Night Cropper sticker. I miss All Night Crops. This could be a really cute album too if you and your girls, you and your crew have been cropping virtually and have pictures. You can have a lot of fun with this too. I know some of you haven't been cropping virtually, you've been cropping in person, and I'm so jealous. There's your yellow button. That one's gonna go in the top corner. Done with that page. Now you've got this green pattern paper with the white polka dots, my absolute favorite one. A 3x3 photo square. Watch your edges. This one has the heart from the sticker sheet, the heart that's on its own. And just make sure when you adhere your stickers that you're not going off the edge of the heart, okay? You're gonna flip that side over. This one's really fun. So this one actually has the Crafty Life frame, but the Crafty Life frame is in two pieces. So as you pull it out, you'll see the middle is gonna stay inside. Leave that there for now. We're gonna take the frame, leave it as a sticker, don't add anything to it, and put it directly on the page. Now you're gonna go back and get the middle piece out, foam square it up so that the middle will have dimension only. Just makes it look a little bit more interesting. And put it right smack dab in the center of the frame. And see how it gives it more depth. I love it. Then you're going to, did I do the other side? Yep. You're gonna grab your heart paper. You're gonna do your 3x3 square and your little heart pennant flag. Put it right smack dab in the middle. And feel free to add anything in your stash to this that you want to more customize it to you. If you have the add-on kit, again, after this, I'm gonna show you some of the changes that I made for the add-on kit. My desk is a mess. back down the bottom off center. And then the next page is going to have your 3x3 square and your latest and greatest sticker sheet. Latest and greatest are our classes that are at the expo. So I've got my 3x3 square. Watch your edges. You can tell I've messed up a few times there, so I'm very paranoid and don't want you to mess up. And it's time to clean my tweezers. They've got glue all over them. And then with this guy, you're gonna put it up here. Now, if you have a photo here, be careful with the placement of this one. Again, I'm not using a photo, so I've got it over the photo mat. You certainly don't want to put it over somebody's face or over an important part of the photo. And you may want to put it over somebody's face. Why not? I know a couple people's faces that I would want to put it over in a picture. And then you've got your very last page. Your very last page is going to have the 3x2.5 square. Well, it's not a square, rectangle. And I put that one, actually I put it a little lower. And then I love the sticker. So behind every crafter is a big freaking mess. Amen. Should see my desk right now. It's just awful. All these little tabs from the foam adhesive squares are everywhere. And I put that up in the right-hand corner at an angle. You could put your photo mat even lower. Just watch those corners so that you have more of your photo exposed there. And that is it. I want to say that's it for our pages. Let's put them all together. And I'm going to find my sample just to make sure we did everything we wanted to. There we go. You're going to take your ring and start at the very back. It's just a little easier. So that's the last page for me. And again, you don't have to do it exactly how I do it. I'm one of those really weird crafters that when I see a project, I have to duplicate it exactly. Some of us are like that. Green. Then I've got the yellow. The teal. Hearts. And your cover. Close that up. And there you go. Your super cute album. Again, feel free to customize it as much as you want, but I absolutely love this album. So if you bought the add-on kit, I will go ahead and run through it with you. So for the cover, again, I just used this little enamel heart here instead of the dot for the eye. I added the 2 pink enamel dots right smack dab in the center of the flowers. And then I added this super cute little floral button so you can see the set. I used this guy here and then added a little bit of twine to it to make the bow. And then on the inside, we have that cute little journaling card. So I'm gonna walk you through that very fast. So you're gonna grab your chipboard, and I used this one here. And a fun little tip with this is, first off, we're gonna fussy cut this one, but normally on the rest of them, we're not gonna fussy cut them. So you'll have these little tabs here. Just grab a little emery board. And with the emery board, you can very gently get rid of those little tabs. Try not to get on the artwork though, because you don't want to take the color off the artwork. So this one I just fussy cut around the blue line around here. I've already done it. So you can see the difference. I adhered that to the front cover. And then I added 2 of these little red hearts, 1 in each corner. So you can see that. For the next page, I went ahead and added the heart-shaped button with a little bit of twine, 3 of the green enamel dots, and then a pink heart right up here. And that is the largest shape heart here, and then those 3 green enamel dots. Your next page is the same as the first round, but we just added the enamel dots here. So I used the medium size, or the largest of the green hearts, 1, and then 2 small ones. Same thing here, 1 larger and 2 small. And then I added the adhesive, or the button here. The buttons are adhesive backed. I did scrape off the adhesive with my fingernail so that I could thread my twine through and tie it like a bow. And then with this page, I absolutely love this page. It's so cute. So I added your sticker here, your typewriter sticker. This guy here. And flow with your creative voice, and then the little date tab. And the flow with your creative voice is from the chipboard, and I just cut it right where I wanted it to. Just like that. So now I'm gonna adhesive back it with the foam adhesive squares. And this one is going to have, this one's very different from the first one. The first one had the DIY sticker. So this one, we're actually going to add the photo mount to it. Again, watching your corners. The flow with your creative voice, I have fussy cut it and put it off to the side. Then I've got my typewriter sticker, which apparently I did not have ready. Right smack dab in the center. And then I took one of the enamel dots, the kind of bluish color ones. I used one of the larger ones for that. Put it right in the corner. And then the date tab. And again, I used a nail file to get rid of the little chipboard pieces and put it right up at the top. And that page is done. Your next page, I have the smaller photo square here, so the 3 by 2.5. Put that one towards the top. And then I've got your enamel dots. I'll leave that in there so you can see. I use tweezers for everything. And then I use this little tiny pink heart down here at the bottom. And then from the sticker sheet, I used the one with the frame. You saw it earlier, it had the blue frame, and we popped out the Love This Crafty Life, and then I put it up on adhesive foam squares. Watch that you don't cover your circle. Probably should have put it a little bit further down. And then I used the pen sticker from the puffy stickers. And then I also have that Be Creative tab from the chipboard sheet, which I put one adhesive square on and put it off to the side a little bit. So now that page is done. With the yellow one, the yellow grid, again, very different from the first one. I used the tag that's on the chipboard and I threaded some twine through it and cut it in a ribbon shape, or I'm sorry, tied it in a ribbon shape and just adhered it directly on to the page. Again, watching those corners. And then I've got your enamel shaped hearts here and here. One larger, one smaller. And again, you don't have to do it exactly like how I did it. Feel free to play with it. Go. And there we go. That page is, I love that page. It's so cute with the tag. Then for your next page, I added the pennant flag, a red heart to get your crafty on. That little turquoise heart or teal or dark blue, navy blue. And then the turquoise button, and I just tied it in a little knot. And with the buttons, the way I put them on is with a hot glue gun. So we've got the Get Your Crafty on the foam adhesive square. And then for your button, I just do a little tiny bit of hot glue. Very, very small amount. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off my extra twine. And push that right down. If you use too much hot glue, it'll come out the sides, and it's kind of hard to pick that off. Then we've got your tag, your pennant flag. Which I put up at the top, actually. And I love the way the red heart looks on this color. That's it. For your next page, the green page, I've got your enamel heart. I put the paper hoarders are my type of people up here. And then again, your pink button with twine. This page is really fun. So you've got your foam adhesive, I'm sorry, your photo mount. Let me grab that guy. Then I put down your enamel shapes. I used the large red heart. Oh, watch your corners. Large red heart, small teal. Then I used the yellow button. Which I had here, but now it's gone, so let me grab a new one. And then behind every crafter is a big freaking mess. I love that one. That's from this sticker, and I just fussy cut it. So I started by getting that big freaking mess cut off. Then I did the sides and then the top. I got rid of the stars. If you want to fussy cut around the stars, you're more than welcome to. Just like that. And then I fussy cut around the word crafter as well. And I have all of that pre-cut. And then I put little foam adhesive squares in the back. I did cut down my small adhesive squares so that they were half size. So you can see that. And I put that down at the bottom. Very, very cute. And then the DIY Forever page. So I just used that DIY sticker. I used a different colored pencil. And I added my scissors on foam adhesive squares. I went ahead and used my little glue gun from the kit, the sticker sheet, the embossed stickers. And then I added that little pink enamel heart to it. And I've got the kind of hot pink enamel heart that matches the framing on this one. Then for your the second to the last page, I've got the Just Add Glitter, and I put from the chipboard sheet, and I put a little enamel heart on it and tied a little bow. I've got two different enamel hearts here. This is the small, this is the large. And then I added Crafting Queen from the chipboard sheet, and it's pop dotted up or foam adhesive squared up with a little enamel heart there. So this is the only element on the page that's lifted. I absolutely love this page. It's super cute. So there's a frame on your chipboard sheet. You can leave in the Cropper's Got a Crop if you want. It's 3 different pieces. But what I thought was, so I put a small, really small photo mat there, and I thought it would be really cute to put a picture there because it looks like a Polaroid. So you've got that, and I already pre-sanded them down. You just adhere that on top of your white mat. Make sure your white mat is smaller than the frame. Then I put on my little sticker sheet or my little sticker camera. This is my favorite tab from the chipboard sheet, and went ahead and added some enamel hearts just to give it some great extra added oomph. So I hope you enjoyed everything. Thank you for joining me. And up next, I will do a little bit of, I'll show you a little bit of a new collection called Back to Basics. And I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye. Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Sean from Stamp and Scrapbook Expo, and I am here to show you one of the newer collections by Keep It Simple Paper Crafts called Back to Basics. This is a fantastic collection. It has 7 different colors in the collection, and each color pack has 4 different shades of that color. So it makes it to where it's really easy to use this as your basic paper for matching colors. It's all like a printed solid, so you'll see the 4 different shades. And it's also got ephemera that matches it on the very back. So this beautiful ephemera with all the little pennant flags, hearts, journal cards, frames, some floral tags. And it's all an 80-pound felt weave cardstock. We've also got it in lemon, mango, and the camera is not really doing this justice. It's making it look much darker than it actually is. I love this color. The jade is beautiful, just really exquisite greens with your gorgeous chipboard. I'm sorry, ephemera on the back. This is not chipboard, this is ephemera. So it's a little bit lighter weight. Then you've got the Royal Collection Pack, which has got some really deep, rich blues. And then your ephemera on the back. The Ruby, which has got some really rich reds. Again, 4 different shades, 80-pound felt weave cardstock, so it's a beautiful textured paper. There's your ephemera. And then my absolute favorite color out of the entire collection is the rose. You can never find that perfect pink, and with this one, we made sure it was the perfect pink was in there. So it's 4 different shades of pink. You've got darker pinks, you've got a mid pink, a lighter pink, and the absolute lightest. There is a sampling of the ephemera. And just so you can see, so the patterns are printed on there, but they're very, very light. Some of them are a bit more in your face patterns. Some of them are very light. I use this kind of linen look a lot because it's just a great solid. They're all double-sided. And I love the polka dot one, absolutely beautiful. They're coming up a little bit darker on my screen, unfortunately. The buffalo plaid is fantastic. It's called Ballerina Pink. It's a buffalo plaid, and then you've got the mini dots on the back. And it is definitely a ballerina pink. It's not as dark as it is on my screen. The herringbone and solid is beautiful. Then you've got that taffy twist with the random dots and then the solid backgrounds. Absolutely gorgeous collection. Makes matching papers much easier. With Keep It Simple with the Back to Basics collection, they even came up with a 6x8 stamp set. So this one is your alphabet font. So it's a scarlet script, 6x8. You've got the bell outline, 6x8. And I've already got mine marked and put in their storage bag, so sorry about that. But they don't come like that. They come in regular packaging. My absolute favorite, my must-haves, every card maker, every scrapbooker, you need these. These are the sentiment sets. So there's a congratulations sentiment set that's got 43 stamps. And you can use all the different quotes and build your congratulations. You've got birthday. Happy birthday, enjoy, wonderful, eat cake, celebrate. So again, 48 different stamps in this one. I love that, whoop-de-doo. 48 different stamp sets in this one, and you can use them to build whatever sentiment you want it to say for the birthday card. You've got a get well, sick, ick, under the weather. This was pre-COVID, otherwise there probably would have been something about COVID. Isn't that cute? Again, 6x8. I love the blah. And then the thank you stamp set. We all need some thank you stamps, some thank you cards. So you've got your sentiments. And again, you can build it all. This one has 41. And the differences in the number is just depending on how big the font is on some of them. But you can really build a pretty fantastic, we appreciate you. And we do appreciate you because you're the best. I love Da Bomb. And then you've got like a little dotted pattern that you can put down underneath. That's its own stamp set, so you can use that underneath any of the sentiments that it looks good under. So thank you very much. You are the bomb, and we will see you later. I hope you enjoyed everything. Have a great day, you guys. Enjoy the rest of the mega.